Hello folks, this is the third and final video for Unit 11 that investigates Le Chatelier's principle. In this video we're going to see how temperature changes affect equilibrium. Temperature changes are a bit more complicated because a change in temperature actually affects the equilibrium constant value K. A value of K at 25 degrees C will be different than that at 40 degrees C or at 100 degrees C. So to figure out how temperature will affect an equilibrium constant, we have to look at whether or not a reaction is endothermic or exothermic. Looking at the example of PBr3 and Br2 in equilibrium with PBr5, we see that our delta H is negative, and so this means that the reaction is exothermic. So it generates the energy as a product. So if we increase our temperature, it's like we're adding the energy to the system, and this increase of the temperature will change the equilibrium constant so that the energy is consumed. Therefore, if we increase the temperature, the equilibrium will shift to the left to use up the energy, since the energy can be viewed as a product. If we decrease the temperature, the equilibrium will shift to the right to produce more energy, since in this reaction the energy can be viewed as a product. When we consider question number 14, nitrogen gas and oxygen gas in equilibrium with NO gas, we see that our delta H is plus 181 kilojoules per mole. So we would like to figure out what effect will increasing and decreasing the temperature have on the equilibrium, and also what effect will an increase in the volume have on the equilibrium direction. Since delta H is positive, we can say that this reaction is endothermic, so we can view the energy as a reactant. Since the energy is being viewed as a reactant, if we increase the temperature, the equilibrium will shift to the right to use up that energy. If the temperature is decreased, the equilibrium will shift to the left in order to create more energy. As a final part of this question, when we look at how an increase in the volume, how that will affect the direction of the equilibrium, we can see that we've got 2 moles of gas reactants and 2 moles of gas products. Therefore, the delta N gas of this reaction is equal to 0, and a change in volume will have no effect on the equilibrium. This concludes the third and final video for Unit 11, the discussion of Le Chatelier's principle.